So I'm back at this another day, and I'm going to be trying to get the rear main seal in, along with maybe the oil pump. And I already had to go inside one time just because of how cold it is. When I installed this, I put silicone on the inside of this so that when it was banged on, or put on, it would seat inside of there. It's not gonna possibly come out. And, had a hard time. I think I might have gone a little too far in with this, but I had a hard time figuring out, making sure that I put this on right, because if you look at it, there's a lip here that I think is supposed to push against the block. Well, I think I have this too. Like I said, I think I installed this too far in. I'm not gonna pull it back out. It's not a big deal, but I mean it's flush with what it is. I didn't, bend it or bend it in or something. So, anyways, this gasket goes between here, between the block and the rear main. Something else to point out too is that there's, as you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. But however, these bolts with the silver washer or larger silver washer, they go on the outside. Well, yeah, kind of on the outside of the block. While after you get this in, there are two smaller ones, these, that, let's see, these that they have a copper. The old copper one, where did I put it? Here. They had a copper washer. Now the new one that I put in, it's not as thick as the other one. I don't think it's gonna matter because I'm gonna put Loctite on these anyways. So right there. And I'm going to be using what's called Gasket cinch. Putting this felt washer on, gasket, whatever. And gasket cinch is just, it's what it says, a gasket sealer. It's not gonna take the place of a gasket or anything, but it's sticky. It holds it into place long enough that when you get everything back together, it works out great. So and the stuff is gooey. Let's see, where's the small holes? Also, on this, these holes up here are smaller, so that would be the two small holes there. This would go like that. Alright, moving on. I've got to clean this off, so I'm using a little brake cleaner to try and sew some sticky stuff in here, so. Or I gotta admit, brake cleaner comes in real handy. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. Sucks getting old. Now, if you notice, let me set that down for a minute. Not like that. If you notice, that gasket cinch, doesn't seal up or anything. It just makes it sticky enough to stay together. It's for doing exactly what I'm doing, which is, you know, putting a gasket on. Yeah, it's okay to put a gasket on dry or whatever, but this always helps. Okay. And it's going on a little thick. A little thicker than I want. Now, those two smaller bolts, they bolt in from this side, not from this side. The larger ones with the silver washers, they bolt in. Let me get through this. They bolt in at the bottom. As a bird flies in. Okay. Now there's no let's see, torque specs on these at all. So I think basically what you have to do is just, because back in the, well, I don't know, back then you gotta figure they might not have had torque specs just on this itself. It's probably not that important to be torqued down. But I've checked all three of the manuals that I have. Can't find it. However, I think usually what the rule of thumb is for that, for anything that doesn't have torque specs, pretty much just put it on, screw it in till it tightens, and then go like a 1/4 inch. Oh crap, never mind, I forgot that was gonna. With memory issues I forget things a lot, so. As you can see, I got some thread lock on there now. Now I'm gonna put them in right. Until I get all the bolts in, I'm not going to tighten anything down. And it's very cold. Difficult to use my fingers. But I can't put big gloves on because I wouldn't be able to feel where these go. And these are the ones that go on the inside of the block. I'm not worried too much about torque on this. Just get it snug. Alright, we're good.